Hey painters, welcome back to my slightly weird corner of YouTube. And if you haven't been here before, then welcome. There is probably a seat on the floor somewhere. I like sitting on the floor. That's probably just a tism, but I'm way more comfortable. So don't worry about it. Just pull up a cushion and plop your butt down. So I am Amy, also known as Amy the Diamond Painter on various socials, if you care to be there. And this video is something I said I would do because I bought some things on Etsy that I might need a light on. Hang on. Is that better? I don't know if that's better or worse. Might be better for me, might be worse for you. Let me see. I normally don't have lights on, but it's really murky out because it's been like piss poor rain, which I love. But currently I have a hole in our new roof of the new house because there needs to be vents or something in there. So anyway, so these items I bought off Etsy the other day. Oh, I already have scissors in here, but these are probably sharper. So these two, oh, I need to be up further. These two and Ghost. So I still have everything here from when I tested these out the first time. And I was kind of unsure as to whether to post that video or completely do a renew one so that you could see what I meant. So I'm doing a completely renew version. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna go with. Oh, would it work that way? Or is it supposed to be rounded? Oh, I might use it that way, to be fair. I probably had better luck. Okay, never mind. That was just... Never mind. So, what I have here is the items that I bought from Diamond Painting Daily. If, as usual, you hear any... What have you got in your mouth? No, don't do the cute wiggle butt at me. I don't trust you. Oh, she's adorable. Sorry. So, the puppies at my side... Yes, it's adorable. Yes, stop eating crap off the floor. No, I often have to force stuff out of your face. I'm tired of putting my hands in there. Anyway, if, as usual, if you do hear the dogs, I apologise, but it is completely natural for them and I won't kind of limit their movement. So, sorry, back to the actual products. So these are what I bought from Diamond Painting Daily on... Oh, Lord. Now you can't see ish from thing. Okay. Maybe you need to go away. And now, it's dark. Alright. I'll try and be seen, I guess. Alright, so it has the Diamond Painting Daily sticker on here. This is a liquid. It's an alternative to putty. And it's a liquid. I'll unscrew the lid. Alright. Literally a liquid. Let me just try and get... I can probably use this. Probably going to have to use this actually. So if you can see, it's literally a liquid. Now for me, it just reminds me of a PVA. And it might just be a PVA. I didn't read the info on it. Got my classy toilet roll. Because kitchen roll's expensive. To be fair, toilet rolls... No, oh my days, man. Alright. So that's the consistency is of a PVA. So with this, it was suggested to leave it at least a few hours. To dry down, or you can even leave it overnight. Now, I could be in a completely different mood by tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and do it today and then come back and in a few hours and see. Now, the first time I did this, I used this placer here. Again, it's quite dark. There we go. So that's what I used. And then it went downhill from there. So I'm trying again because I don't want people to be mad that I either didn't do it correctly or I didn't show it as well as I could have. Yeah, it just opens up so much. So, I need to empty the bloody stuff out first, don't I? That's why I brought the tweezers, which I'm now using as a dipper. So it did come with a spoon. Like, you know those little spoon spatulas that come with, what is it? That come with a face mask or a thing like that. And way too big to get anything other than just pouring the shit down the tip. Then you waste it. Then if you're anything like me, you get frustrated. And so for me, having a finer point may help. So I'm kind of hopeful. Now the issue I had was that trying to get it in here and all the way down. And there's going to be people yelling at me like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Like, why did you not, like, I don't have, right, okay. So I am buying this to test. Simply because I was curious. Other people were curious. And if it's not something that is as easy as just stabbing the placer in putty, then I won't use it. I'm not going to, I always swore that I would be as honest and upfront on my channel because I feel that there's not enough of that. I feel that people embellish how they find products, or do it because they've been promised a code and such and free products, and I swore I wouldn't do that. So my bluntness may put you off, and that's fine. There'll be another corner of YouTube that will welcome you in, and that's perfectly okay. So this is the best I can get because you can't get the damn stuff all the way down to fill the placer. Whether I use the tip of the tweezers or the whatever it is. So like I said, if somebody has a better way, fine. If it's not, however, all right, as I was trying to say, if it's not easy and as simple as stabbing putty and putting that in, then I'm not here for it. And that's perfectly acceptable because I'm not in this to fanny around with products that may or may not work as good as original. And that might be the tism. It might just be the fact that I lost all my patience as soon as I turned 30. Maybe 25 if I'm honest. But I will try it for those of you who want to see, and y'all might do the exact same thing. You'd be like, how the heck do I use it? Like, this kind of vibe. Like, I just need simple things in this life now. So this is the best that I can do. And what happens, or at least what happened last time, is it dried down clear. And I was like, oh, okay, right. So it does definitely give a PVA vibe. And I'm like, is that just what it is? So, yeah. So now I put it on my little wedding dress holder, because I figured that's the only thing I could actually get it to kind of sit and rest on. So I will put that there. Oh, the tape came off. That's annoying. So the last time I used it, I didn't get any grip. And again, I could be doing it wrong. Y'all can yell at me in the comments and I can choose to listen or just give up on the stuff. I did purchase it completely by myself. As I explained in the thing, I don't buy stuff because I've been asked to or because of brands or whatever. I was trying to do a thing on YouTube where I'd either heard about these Etsy stores and what they were selling, or because I was curious about what Etsy's recommending to me and if you guys are also being recommended a similar kind of thing. So this is the pot. Like I said, I wasn't crazy impressed by it. And I've seen a lot of people are. And again, if you all want to yell at me that I'm wrong in how I'm doing it, fine. Will it make me love it? Probably not. So, there we go. Now this is the other couple of items that I got. I used this one. I used this one which already has That's gonna have to come off. It's already dead. Let me just pull the tape off. So I used this the other day on my Fallon Gems piece, which don't even get me started on that painting. That made me lose my absolute shit the other day. Let me see. Here we go. So again, it's just double-sided, which I did bring so I can show you how. I figured let's do how I would do it, and if y'all can see the full process, I guess. So I use this on the Fallon Gems piece I was posting the other day on my Insta, if any of you are over there. I love the piece, and I'll probably mention it in this video. I didn't know if I was going to, but I had a discussion with somebody the other day and realized kind of how much I do give to people I consider friends, but that are also part of brands that they gain something out of it. Like I always say, I purchase everything myself, and I've spent a certain amount with Fallon, and there's been a couple that she sent me to complete, but again, that's to help promote the brand. Everything else I've purchased, and again, I push it for her to get some people some views and some sales, etc. But then I feel that as I expressed my disappointment with a piece, that I think I was disappointed with how it was handled, but I'll get into that. So this is the small one that I did use, because I was like, the issue is for me, where is this goddamn light? That I only have this light here that kind of does upright or angled. I don't know. So then this one has the smaller, so it fits inside this one essentially. And I was like, you know what? Let me use it and think. You know what? No, I am going to bring the Fallon over. All right, give me a second. This is going to move. This is going to move a dog. Yes, Velcro dog, I know. No, Mama's not going anywhere. She just needs this. I know, darling, you can go lay down again. Mama's sorry. She didn't mean to wake you from your slumber. Alright, babes, let's do this. Let's clear some shit off. So this is how you know I'm frustrated, because I've completely derailed slightly, which again shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that's not new here. Hey, madam. I'm sorry to you too. I know if you hear your brother get up, you get up. Alright. So this can be essentially my... Alright. Now this is the one I've been doing. Okay. So I started with this little one. See, all these are popping up. I swear to cow. Right, give me 1 second. I don't know why I'm still trying to save it, because I'm not doing it anymore, but I am. Alright, so okay. So I use this little one, and I was doing sections. So basically, like down this big corner was one section. So I had the room to really get going with this and kind of and I will say that, oh, that's coming off. Oh no. Now the thing's coming off because the tape got stuck. Oh god, I'm losing my focus. So the actual print itself is coming off. Anyway, what are you eating? Madam, that better not be something in your face. Oh, she's exhausting. So what I'll do is, I still have the colours. So what I'll do is I'll tape this up and the bigger one, and I'll show you on this painting because I am no longer doing it. And I'll show you why too. Because I am all about transparency, and I almost fell out my chair. Oh, let's see. I'll use this one so y'all can see. Good old 939. Alright. Okay. So first of all, let me just find the end of this tape. It's all right. Y'all can sit down now. I'm okay for a little bit. So essentially, you have to put the double-sided on the side. Again, you need to line it up pretty well, which so because I'm a massive multi-placer and I do a lot of, and then you just trim the end, I do a lot of bigger pieces. I was like, this could either go really, really well or really, really badly. And I was like, well, I got to spare 30 bucks. I didn't, but here we go. So let's try this one for now. So then I just make sure that it's pressed down around really well. And then take off the double-sided. Now this is where stuff gets interesting. Why do I not have a tray again? Oh, because they're all through the other side. All right. Let's try. So I just keep my spare trays and holders in this box. If they're colours that I'm not currently, are you done being dramatic, dude? Currently using, let's find a big tray. Let's find this girthy bugger. Look at that. So that I can give a proper realistic kind of view as to what this will be like, and I can get a good angle. So this colour is currently her t-shirt and her hair. Now I did have some issues, and you'll see when I get to it with it popping up. Alright. Now this tray is by Yellow Dog. I literally don't buy any other. I've tried a few and I look at trying others, but then I'm like, why would I? What, you know, when you find a really good thing and you're like, I don't want to knock it. I don't want to. Like, look at this. What a sexy badger that is. Look at that. Ugh, love it. I mean, I don't like that odd colour, but we'll get there. So, I'm just going to lift this. It don't matter no more. Alright, so this is a smaller one. Now, from what I saw, you essentially place like this and go all the way around. Okay? Now, these can go on okay, but when I look at that, I'm instantly pissed off. And it's probably not the product's fault, but you can't realistically get a good line to then put that down on the paper and not be, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this, and then I'm probably going to pick up my phone or pick up the painting and show you what happened. Because my phone is currently on like the, how do I call it? It's the sturdiest, like the ball thingy ones, the joint ones. So it's on one of those, but it doesn't like zoom in good. So I'm just going to lift up. And this is going straight, see? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. If you just put the fucking tape on, you need to tap it off, which bugs the shit out of me. So I'm just tapping it on my boob. Everyone does that, right? Now I forgot where I was. Here we go. So then after you've done that, you've then got to try and get these back in. Don't get me wrong, you get good pops. You get, oh for fuck's sake, you get good. Alright, this one, oh for the love of Jesus. This one was saved by the fact that I did it right next to an existing line. So it's not too bad. I did promise I'd show you. So let me try and, so that's the line there. You can see a couple of gaps where the frills didn't lay. Now I'm going to pick a line in the middle of nowhere, and you'll possibly see my frustration. First I've got to get these off, because that's the other thing. You have to try and pick the rest off, Because obviously then when you try and get a line, you've got to match it up with the ones that are still on there, and it just doesn't work. So I'm just going to do half a line this time. Oh, that sounds dodged, doesn't it? Half a line, never mind. Alright, so again, that's the kind of, look, this bit here bugs the crap out of me. It might not bother anybody else. I understand that I could just be being hella picky. And this is, oh, alright. And this is with me tapping the protractor looking thing on cotton, which I know sometimes works with putty. And I'm not like a light presser, but it. So this is where my issue comes in. Now I appreciate I am probably one thing motherfucker, but that is gonna take me longer to straighten out than it is if I just multiplace them in the first place. So it's, let me see. I know it's dark, but you get like they're all over the shop. And then with some grids being as tight as they are, this one in particular, which again I said I'll explain. It's not feasible, and that's not me just wanting to be a dick for the sake of it. Like I said, I know a lot of people love it, and if you found a way of making it work, great. I applaud you. And oh, this one I already put on. I just didn't take it off because I got frustrated. So, and also what I've seen is that I don't think I'm gonna. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test this curve. I'm not anticipating it's gonna be any better, but then I actually want to use the straight. This one would work, I feel. All right, let me tap off. This is my t-shirt. It's just a white thing. Well, it used to be white. You know when they go like that funny like cream color, and you end up looking like one of those men in the trailer park that have like the horrible grease stains on it. All right, so I've detacked a lot of it, which I find pointless, but here we go. Then again, we've got, I'm already off the rails. No. So if you're like me and you are slightly neurospicy, this may frustrate you, which is why my channel's here, is to test things to the people that might not have the money to do so and are curious about it and wanted to give it a go but didn't know the risk. And also if you're on the neurospicy spectrum. Let's have a look. Can you quit sniffing? What are you looking for? Alright, so I've done half again. It's not the worst. Mayhem, what are you doing? You looking for something to eat? Just don't touch that. Alright, so I'm going to go this way again so we can all kind of see what happens. Good. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Okay, am I sold? I'm going to be honest, no. But it's a better line than the smaller one. So I don't know if it's because you have more structure or stability. It does wander off. But like maybe with more use, the bigger one might work out. So, like I said, I'm not trying to make it not work. I'm not trying to lie to you and tell you it's like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Now, what I do want to try is the straight along the bottom. Now, this is possibly a part I can get behind, is using the straights. Now, am I using it wrong? Because in my head, if I was supposed to be using the straight, there'd be no need for like this. It would have like a little thing on the top where you'd hold and then you just press along. But whatever, I don't design shit. So I'm gonna try the bottom. Like I said, if I'm doing it wrong, I'm okay with that. We all have to find ways of using shit that we can deal with. The dog's making me nervous. She only woke me up at 3:46 this morning. Then I was so tired. I was going to work on Aria some more, because the first section seems to take me forever. But I ended up doing like a couple of minutes, put my true crime stuff on. I was watching Killer Kids, which has been weirdly enlightening. But then I was so tired that I was just like, you know when your eyes get gritty? So I was just got to the point where I was like, no, and then put her in a crate and went upstairs. I was like, you're fine, you've been out. Alright, so I'm just gently, that's why it doesn't fudging work. Also, I apologise if you don't like swearing or women swearing, you think it's uncouth or anything like that, but I'm not giving that up either. I feel like I've had to change that quite a lot since I moved to America. Now y'all are pissing me off. See, now these drills, the flatware's got stuck to the bottom. That might be why the bottom doesn't work. Alright, I am not having much luck with this. Like I said, out of any of them, the bigger monster would work slightly, but I'm not looking to spend ages lining up or detacking a protractor when I could have already done this entire section. Alright, this one has turned out a little bit straighter. Let's go. Alright, okay, I see the issue. So with this one, you haven't really got a way of lifting off to not get the rest on. So as you can see, it's added. And the gap. Okay, let's just put that down, Amy. Let's not do that. Okay, so I'll show you that one just because I know that one was a tester. But let's see. So even trying the longer way, again, it just doesn't. And because you can't see how many you're picking up, you can't count as to how many gaps there are. So it's a very tricky one. Now, with that being said, would I personally recommend these? No. The smaller one, it's just not feasible. I wasn't having any luck with the lift off, the lineup, and this is me saying it in comparison to multiplacing, not just as a general, oh hey, I think the thing's shit. I multiplace consistently. I've just broken another 10 placer. But things like this size, I would quite happily just consistently boom, 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 like easy. But like I said, I'd seen these, I was curious. I'm not curious anymore. This one, as I'm trying to take the glue off, like the sides coming off, which again, I don't think is nice considering it, I think it was about $30 altogether, if not a little bit more. But to have this peeling already, yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly impressed. If you are an avid multiplacer and you find your flow and your technique and whatever, stick to it, please, for the love of God. I do want them to come out with like a massive, like, boom, like, oh my God, can you imagine if they did like a big, like, chunk one? Those 310s and 939s would be a dream. You could just boof, like stamp it down. I've gone on a tangent, but I would be here to try that. So I'm taking the tape off because I don't like it being sat there to stick to everything, especially with dogs. The only slightly redeeming quality was the one line that I got with this one in the middle. However, like I said, I don't have enough time to keep triple checking the lines, like they're all in, that's not, for me, that's less relaxing than doing a little bit of extra multiplacing, if that makes sense. And I know it's not always about speed. I know people that single place an entire painting, or use tweezers. Again, we all do this craft differently. That's the one thing that I feel sometimes we forget. Get off. Matt, come on. These nails are pretty, but sometimes I'm not good at getting stuff off. So I wouldn't purchase them again. That's essentially it. And I apologize if you love them and you feel I didn't show them right. I showed them in a way that I would have used them, which I feel is perfectly acceptable. So it goes in my little holder. I did gain some skinny double-sided tape though, so that's a plus maybe. All right, so whilst this is still drying, and I feel it could be drying for a while, maybe not, I might test it early. I don't know, that might help, it might not. So she's over there in a little wedding dress, as a sub said. All right, now the dog is currently chasing a toy around. Let's discuss my disappointment in this. So actually, let me put these away because otherwise they'll go everywhere. Now, I do apologize again for the light. It is not nighttime. It's like 10 a.m. It's just Connecticut is miserable today because it's windy and rainy, which I love, but my husband hates it because then he gets all maddy. And I'm like, will you sort yourself out? But then I get annoyed in summer because I always run warm. People irritate me. They smell. So I much prefer this weather. All right. So, like I said, I had to have a real discussion with myself this weekend because I got kind of down in the dumps, which I think it was why it was taking me so long to complete the section of Aria that I was talking about. Because of this. Now, I've spent at least 5 days, I think, on this. Which I know some people take longer, take less time, completely fine. Go at your own speed. Now this is a 50 by 70 premium canvas. So you get like the special drills included in this one. So it wasn't cheap. Like I said, I purchased it myself. And earlier I was putting down some from this corner that had popped. And as I was doing it, I was like, okay, that's not like the worst. Like I can get over that. Then I got to this blue section, which there's already some slight pilling and pop and some pop up here and here. Then, which I will come to this section. I sent a bit of, I can't even look at it. All right, let me see if I can zoom y'all in. All right, that's the best I'm gonna get. So this is where I start to discuss things with companies and brands, because let me fold this bitch out the way. All right, now I don't fold these when I'm working on them, so I can't blame that. But the biggest sections have been popping up. Now here, look, there's a lot that pop up, refuse to sit because of the fact that the grid space is too tight. So I'm looking at that, and there's a lot here. Oh, hang on, gone the other way. Why do people message me? There's a lot here. The gapping here where some have actually already popped off and left the building. But this is the major part that I'm having issues with. And if I remember, I'll add in the clip. Hang on, let me move. Here we go. So, excuse me. So the issue I had here is I started out by doing these lines here because I figured that would give me structure when it came to multiplace in the middle. Now, I recently had, and I explained this as 2 on a roundup, so I'm not being unfair to certain brands. I had this with Sparkle Studios, who are currently under a lot of scrutiny at the minute as it is, which I'm still waiting for a replacement for, but I think I'm going to be here waiting quite a while if the rumours are true. And the white sections, these are the tightest grid I've I've worked with. It's been the exact same for sparkle. So here there's pilling. There's actually a giant pool of them all together. Here, here, all along here. And this row here, I can't even fit the drills in because the grid is so tight. Now, I worked my ass off just to get this to lay. There's 2 drills here that are of a different colour. They'd never fit in a million of Sundays. And I'll like I said, I'll add in the video because it actually shows that I place one here, these all pop. I place one here, these all pop. And like I said, I tried to make it work. And when you do that, it drains the life out of me personally, because it's like I feel under pressure to make it work for my friend who I'm trying to help, but then I'm also like, it shouldn't be this hard. Like, this is no longer relaxing or anything. So let me try and bring this in. So what we've got here is, you can see it literally just like right there. If I hold it up, you've got all the pilling. And I love Fallon gems, I do. And a lot of you will know I've supported them from the beginning. But when something isn't right, I will kind of forewarn people. Now I did speak to Crimson, and I also sent the video that I will attach. Okay, so ignore the sounds of the dog in the background. This is where I'm at. But as you can see, if I put it to the side, this is where it's popping. So regardless of anything I put down, there's a big lump here. So anytime I'm trying to fill, more pop up. And this is like regardless of any spacing. I've already had to take a drill out of this line here, as you can see, because it wouldn't fit physically. But these drills literally have nowhere to go. It's like, if I space these out, I'll even like zoom out. Let me see. So even if I meld these together, you'll tell, because suddenly, oh, I don't know what to do. In honesty, it makes me want to stop doing it, because I know I've got this section and probably the section on the other side, and I'm kind of too mad. Oh, look, there's a gem missing down here. That it was difficult to kind of, and a replacement was offered, which I declined simply because I've gotten halfway through and fought like hell to get halfway through, that I have no desire now to continue or try to continue or restart this painting. I have kind of lost, let me zoom back out. I've lost all love for this painting, which, when I've paid for it, is really disappointing. That I would rather just not bother. And it's not because I want to be obtuse or a pain in the ass. It's just I would rather not waste the time or money to print another one to send me for me to not do it. So I thought I was being nice, like, hey, don't bother, like, literally just don't bother. So yeah, I don't know where we kind of go from there, because I'm still a little snubbed by it, because like I said, I calculated how much I've spent with Fallon, and it's over $1,200 since just over a year, which is an incredible amount of money. And I've always supported and things like that, but I will be honest, like I said, I will be honest on this channel, and that goes for every brand or something I purchase. If something is amiss, I will throw it out there to the people who actually tune in and kind of value something I have to say. So I have to respect that and stand by that. And I was so excited by this because I love the colours and the kind of like, I've not seen quite a nice gentle one like this, but I am very disappointed, which is hard. It's hard to say, and I don't like saying it, but then, like I said, I also can't claim to be as honest as I am and then not actually put that forward. So that's the issue that I've had with this one. I don't know what the resolution will be. I kind of left the conversation as is because I felt that just offering a replacement wasn't it. And again, I apologize, Crimson, for mentioning it, but I can't express that I'm a honest channel when I'm leaving out certain things. But again, she was very quick to respond and resolve, or attempt to resolve, sorry. And that has to go on my pile of things. Now I'm gonna see if, and again, if that's annoyed anybody, I apologize, but like I said, I'm over being nice to the point where people could take advantage, because that's just irritating to me. Now I don't know if this is gonna do dick. So it's slightly tacky. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna put that in and then drills are just gonna stick to it and sink in. Now I need to reapply washi tape. Now I got an order from Nebula the other day, so I haven't filmed that yet. I haven't filmed it because I'm also anticipating a few more Etsy orders to come in, so I'm probably going to do another Etsy video. What are you chewing? Mayhem. And now she goes quiet. You can just hear her like cracking on something. So when we go outside, she's always picking up like rocks or bark, and I'm like having to put my hands in her face to fish it out. Oh God, she's an absolute nightmare. Don't get me wrong, I love her, but Jesus Christ, do I miss like sleep. And is that my slipper? Are you? I mean, it's cute that you're bringing me it. And see, now I can't be mad because you're doing the cute little wag face. And you brought me my slipper. Okay, that's adorable. Can I have it, please? So that people know I'm not lying. Keep your mouth off it. Madam. Madam. Now we're playing a tug of war. I apologise, people. I am... Miriam! You want to... Okay, keep the slipper. I bought some new ones anyway. Yeah. Mama had a lot of LL Bean points. Because she spends far too much on this hobby. Alright, let's see. Oh, hello. So as soon as the little baby comes over, the big baby, as I call him, comes over because he feels left out. And I'm like, dude, you're my favourite when you just sit and... Alright, there we go. That's the neatest I've managed to get washi tape around there without any hanging around. Hi, Irish. It's your favourite pen. I don't know why I just gave the pen a voice then, but hey. Alright, let's see. Now I'm going to use this. I did start using it the other day. I was doing these as testers for the video I just redid. Well, this video, because this is the redo. So let's see. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling out of sorts, and it isn't like me, like I said, to openly complain, but I'm like, you know what, like, I'm over it now. This is what being nice gets me to a point of, and I've got to stop doing it, because it ends up costing me. Like, I end up getting so drained because I'm like so worried about what other people are gonna say or think, and I'm like, nah, let's not do that anymore. So where's the dot ones? No, I want 3716. Where's that? 3716. What are you doing now? Where'd you put my slipper? Oh, you peed! Ma'am! Oh my God. Get a puppy, they said. It would be fun, they said. Get your wet bits off me. No. Get your ass down. Oh, I'm calm. So good. Alright, anyway, I am actually pretty calm. I know puppies do it, so I'm not angry at them. Alright, so I'll put this over here. So this is the colour that is in the squares. Now, let me see if I can zoom in and still keep... I end up being on like a different... Here we go. Alright, now... Okay, so it picked up okay. It didn't do quite this well the other day. no. Okay. Alright. So, that's what's happened as I place. Now, I know it wasn't dry enough. I get it. But it also shows me that it wasn't... Oh, hang on. There we go. It wasn't in the placer enough, which I don't understand how people get it in the placer enough. And it is on the top of those drills. So, yeah. Yeah. Overall, I know, oh god, this is going to be such a downer video, and I apologize. I'm not always doing downer videos. I'm really not. Oh, I do have a DAC haul coming up though. That's a biggie. I know I've just done a couple of like DAC unboxings, and I've got like, there's going to be 4 sat here, so I'll do them all in one. That might be a longer video. And I feel bad for this painting as being a tester. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the ghost. God, this is going to be... I apologise for being a mardy, miserable cow. But sometimes reviews just go like that. This is my second shot with these and the monster things. I don't recommend either. If you already have... Do not step in it until I get there. If you already have, like I said, a way of multiplacing, a way of pulling down, stick with it. If you've got a good thing going on, then I definitely recommend doing that and saving yourself a few bucks. And again, if you like using this or the monsters, again... No, we don't need to be dancing in it. Oh, God. I'm just going to yeet these two outside, I think, at this point, and just leave them there. I'm just dancing the rain or some shit. So yeah, if you already use this and you love it, great. If you already use the monsters and you love them, great. I am not here to bash people who use or to have them bash me either. I've done 2 tries. I've done 2 tries with different methods of testing them, and I'm good now. For me, I've tested them enough, and now they've got the zoomies. I love being a dog mom. Yeah, that's my kind of vibe. Yeah, just gonna yeet them in there. Now I have to clean out this thing too with the PVA. But yeah, if there's anything else that y'all have been curious about, then let me know, because... Oh no, I'm gonna get tissue stuck in this. I need to wait for it to dry. Okay, let's leave that there. I feel like I need a nap now. But yeah, anything else you would like me to try, test out, or purchase so you don't have to, or kind of see how something works, then let me know. I will probably have another Etsy haul coming up and a DAC haul, and I've ordered a couple of overseas from Dreamer Designs, because the little cow one and the little thing with wings yesterday that dropped were adorable, and I had to buy them, so no doubt they'll come up too. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to like, subscribe and all that jazz, and if not, then that's cool too. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.